Someone plays a song from when you were a teenager, and for exactly 2 seconds, before your brain catches up, you are not sitting where you are sitting. You are somewhere else. Someone else. It is not sad. It is not really happy either. It is something in between that English does not have a clean word for. Japanese has one, and unlike the word we use in English, this one does not come preloaded with pain. I live in Japan. We have spent 2 videos on things that end. The ache of noticing it. The practice of paying attention before it does. Today is what happens afterward, when the moment is long gone, and it comes back anyway. Uninvited, and it does not hurt. This is KOKORO Lab. The Japanese word is Natsukashii. People say it out loud, spontaneously, the moment it happens. You round a corner and smell something from your childhood kitchen. Natsukashii, an old song plays in a shop. Natsukashii. You find a toy in a drawer you forgot you owned. In English, the closest word we reach for is nostalgia. And here is the strange part. Nostalgia was never built to be a warm word. Nostalgia comes from Greek nostos, meaning return home. Algos, meaning pain. Put them together, and you get, literally, the pain of wanting to go home. It was coined centuries ago to describe something closer to an illness, homesick soldiers, unable to function, diagnosed with a condition named after their suffering. That is the DNA sitting inside our word, whether we notice it or not. Every time an English speaker says nostalgic, there is a ghost of pain baked into the vocabulary itself. Natsukashii carries none of that architecture. It was never built as a diagnosis. It is closer to a small, warm exclamation. Not I am in pain about the past. Closer to, oh, there you are. Think about the last time it happened to you. A smell from a specific summer. A jingle from a game you played as a kid. The particular blue of a school uniform you have not seen in years. For about 2 seconds, you are not doing math about the past. You are not grieving that it is over. You are just there again, briefly, warmly, and then you are back. That gap, that 2 seconds before the sadness has a chance to show up, if it even shows up at all, is the entire territory Natsukashii is pointing at. English does not protect that gap with its own word. Japanese built an entire word whose only job is to live inside it. Here is how the last 3 weeks actually connect. In case you did not notice it happening, mono no aware taught you to feel the ache while something is ending. Ichigo ichie taught you to pay attention before it ends, because you will not get it again. And Natsukashii is the reward sitting on the other side of both of those. If you actually paid attention the first time, really paid attention, the way ichigo ichie asks you to, then when the memory comes back later, uninvited, it does not just hurt, it also, quietly, warms you. That is not an accident of language. That is 3 centuries of a culture building emotional vocabulary for the entire life cycle of a moment. Ending, presence, return. I will give you mine. There is a specific convenience store jingle here in Japan. 5 notes, nothing special. I have heard it 1,000 times since moving to Yokohama, but the first time I heard it, I was jet-lagged, overwhelmed, completely new here, and a stranger helped me find my train platform. Now, years later, when that exact jingle plays in some unrelated store, for about 2 seconds I am back on that platform, lost, and being helped by someone whose name I never even got. It is not sad, it is not really happy either. It is just Natsukashii, and I would not trade that 2 seconds for anything. So here is this week's small practice, and it connects directly to the last one. You cannot force a Natsukashii moment to arrive. It shows up uninvited, on its own schedule. But you can notice it when it does, instead of letting it flicker past unnamed. Next time it happens, a smell, a song, an object, just pause for the 2 seconds. Do not rush to explain it, or analyze it. Just let it be exactly what it is. A warm, brief return, with no homework attached. 3 words now. Mono no aware, ichigo ichie, natsukashii. They ache, the practice, and the reward. That is not a small vocabulary lesson. That is a complete way of relating to time that most of us were never taught. Next week we go somewhere slightly different. The same warm ache, but aimed at objects instead of moments. Wabi-sabi, the beauty of things that are imperfect, incomplete, and a little worn. Subscribe so you do not miss it, and in the comments, tell me what your Natsukashii is. The smell, the song, the object. I read everything.